Not gonna lie to you guys, I didn't want to review this game. The Leafs lose 4-2 to the Vegas Golden Knights, and it's their sixth loss in a row. It feels like it's been an eternity. The Leafs just can't seem to buy a win. They can't seem to buy a goal when they need it. Usually I try to have some sort of structure to the videos and go over the certain stats and this, that, and the other, but I mean, what do you even talk about at this point? Like, 4-2 loss, you just have these player only meetings that apparently happened. Apparently Tavares and Riley had a meeting with Mike Babcock, and that's now with another loss that's just stirring that up. Now, I want to talk to some people specifically that watch my videos. I don't hate Mike Babcock, especially as a person. My point is that when something's not working, it's time to just finish it. I do not hate Mike Babcock. I mean, I own his book. I literally have two pairs of Bab socks. When he was announced that he was coming to Toronto, I was super happy, and he's done a lot of good things for this team. But the way that he's been coaching this team for the past year and a half, because I don't know if people look at the statistics, but since the middle of last season, the Leafs have been playing pretty brutal hockey and barely at a decent pace. Like they're almost like under 500. Like they're not at a good pace since the middle of last season. Like they really started to tail off. And it's showing in this season too. There's been injuries, there's been this, that, and the other. But this Vegas game was just crushing. They go down 1-0 again. They tie up the game, and I was like, literally, I tweeted it out. If you follow me on Twitter, you would see I'm like, Spezza, here we go. Like, I got excited for the first time in a while. I felt like this team was like underdogs, and they're not supposed to be. Then literally, like, what was it, like a minute later, Vegas scores, and I'm going, here we go again. Like, this is ridiculous. They're never gonna win again. And then Vegas scored again to make it 3-1, and I literally was like, it's over. Like, they're not winning this game. Then Hyman scored, and I thought, okay, let's get something going here. Then the Leafs had a chance to tie the game, and Marc-Andre Fleury literally makes the save of the year, dives across the net, and gloves it, and I go, and there we go. That's a killer right there. That is an absolute killer. Fleury just stops the puck, and I was like, I literally was sitting here in front of my computer watching the live feed of the game, and I'm like, can that puck just not go in for the Leafs just once? Can it just go in the net, please? Just once, please. I They score the empty netter, and the game's over. Nylander could have had a hat trick tonight. He missed some open nets. I mean, half the roster tonight didn't look like they were showing up until, again, like 5 minutes left in the game. And I keep trying to explain this to people, and this doesn't mean I'm right. I could be completely wrong. And some people think I'm like arrogant for saying this and whatever, but I'm not. This is my opinion. I'm not saying I told you so or anything like that. But if you watch some of my older videos, I always say, for some reason, it looks like Babcock has them playing in some sort of system for most of the game, and then when they're trailing, he lets them loose. And they play way more energetic, and they score more goals when they're let loose. This is what I'm trying to tell you guys. They're an offensively gifted team. Defensively, they're very poor. They're not good. But when they're let loose, they score a lot of goals. Go back and watch that series that the Leafs played against the Capitals like 3 years ago, like whenever it was now. I mean, like at this point, I don't even want to remember half this stuff because of, they just keep losing. But they were playing at a high pace. They were high energy, and they were playing way better than they are now. Like I don't know what to say anymore. They just can't win. They need to be let loose. Tyson Barrie especially needs to be let loose. The poor guy is being reinvented for no reason. Like, I can't blame him for him and his agents probably wanting to get the hell out of Toronto at this point, which would really suck because he's got way more to offer. But this game just proved that the Leafs need somebody that's going to let them loose. They can't be playing this system game where, like, oh, we got to do a drop back on the power play. By the way, fire the special teams coaches already. This McFarland guy, I really liked him, and I really thought he was going to make a difference. I don't know what's going on there. I mean, hopefully he can pick it up. Hackstall is just brutal. He hasn't done anything really good for this team. And, I mean, Babcock, like I said, you guys hear me talk about it enough. his systems just don't work anymore. And I've heard some members of the media say that the Leafs are teaching the same system with the Marlies. No, they're not. If you go and watch their games, or if you watch the way that Sheldon Keefe coaches his players and the minutes given out and this, that, and the other, you would see that it's not the same. The best players get the minutes, and the defensive pairings are paired much better, and he has his talent with his talent. And again, you have to follow the Marlies to see it, but they weren't even supposed to be that good this year, and they're absolutely killing it. And people say, well, look at all the guys the Leafs sent down to the minors. No, that doesn't mean they're going to be good. They've been put into a proper system, and it's working for them. It's the big club doesn't have that. I honestly think the Marlies could beat the Leafs right now, like by a lot. Like I don't even think it would be close. And I'm not just saying that to be funny. Like there's a good chance that the Marlies could beat the Leafs at this point. And they shouldn't. Like it's ridiculous. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. The Leafs lost 4-2. Didn't want to review the game. Hell, I'm not even excited for the next game. It's gone to that point. I'll never stop being a Leaf fan, and I'll never stop, caring, but there's no excitement. Usually when you wake up on a game day, you're like, okay, it's going to be a good game tonight. And every day I wake up now with these game days, and I just dread it. I'm like, "Oh my God, here we go again. Who's going to screw up tonight? Who's going to be the scapegoat tonight?" And I'm going to be honest with you guys, comment freely with whatever you want, but I don't even want to reply. And that's not on you guys, it's just me. I don't want to talk about this team. Peace.